Today's video is going to be about Karen making masks. She's made a number of them. We've heard that with the new strains of coronavirus coming out, we need a better or a more sturdy, healthier mask, which these are. They have inside of them filters that she got. So these are built with filters, with nose guards, with adjustable straps for the ears. So this one will be all Karen and her crafty making of masks. She'll even sample one when it's done. Sit back, learn something. It's a rainy day in Washington. It's a Sunday. Good day to make face masks.
After a year of mask wearing, almost a year, I made some at the very beginning, and I've decided that I need to upgrade them a little bit. They have come out with new supplies. Part of the supplies is the nose pieces. So I bought a package of these. I decided to buy the kind with the sticky stuff on the back, but I'm not going to use that because just in case they break from many uses, I'm going to be able to take it out and replace it. So I got those, and then I bought these. These are the earpieces, and they're adjustable. So I got a whole package of these. Got these online, of course. And so with that, and I decided to use some bias tape. And here it is. And I'm doing this, I'm going to sew it on the inside of the mask so I can insert the nose wire in here like that. And then you can bend it. That way, if it does break, it's easily accessible. The other ones they would get messed up or twisted because I used thinner wire, and I'm hoping these will be better. So I've cut this just the same as this, and it's just your regular bias tape. All I could find was white, so you're not going to see it anyway. So here we are. So I cut this piece is 10.5 by 7.5. I've made it just a little longer than some of them because I want to be sure to cover the sides of the face. Then you're going to cut 2 of this, and this will be for the pocket. And that's the other thing I've added, is a pocket for a filter, and I've ordered the filters, and they're going to be here today. And so we're going to insert the filter inside the pocket. It's a pretty big pocket, so we'll see. It's a 5-layer filter, so I'm hoping these will supposedly be much better for us. So there's my one piece. That's 10.5 by 7.5. And here I cut 2 pieces that are 7.5 by 5.25. And so they're going to go like that. And I'm going to sew it on. I'm going to sew it on this way. But first, before I do that, I want to iron this. Always try to iron everything so everything's nice and flat. So I'm going to get the iron out. It's going to be a pretty big pocket, so you can just probably 1/4 inch or black's kind of hard to see, but try not to be a perfectionist, but I sometimes can't help myself. Okay, so you're going to take the right sides together. So this is like the wrong side that I just sewed. So we're going to put it kind of in the center. Like so. And I'm going to pin it. I mean, you can measure, it doesn't look like it's exactly right. So. Now that I've ironed this down, I'm going to get the sewing machine and I'm going to sew right here on both of these. And then after I do that, then we'll attach it to this. Sewed this. This is the wrong side, that's the right side. So we're going to put right sides together. Try to center it. I actually use a ruler sometimes, but I don't mind. So you're going to overlap. We're going to pin it. What we're going to do is we're going to sew these edges. So here I sewed it on there. So now once again we're going to iron. So this is what it looks like. We're going to flip it over. And I always like to iron the seams here. Bias tape. Decide which one's going to be the top. It doesn't matter at this point. So I'm going to take this bias tape. There it is. I'm going to put it in the center. So I want it fairly close to the top. I'm going to sew the ends. I'm just going to lift it up. And then I'm going to sew the other side. I'm going to sew this side also. So here's the nose guard, or nose clip. So it just slides right in. Although I'm not going to put it in right now, but that's what that's for. Okay, so now we're going to turn it over. To hold it down. We're going to iron it once again after we get it all down. So now that we've ironed it, it's nice and flat. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sew down each side here. We sewed both sides. It's not perfect. You don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. Then we're going to flip it over. Now this is probably the hardest part, is making the pleats. So since this is the top of your mask, there's the top, you want the pleats to go down. So we're going to start by they're like maybe a ½ inch or pleats. So I just fold it. This is kind of tricky. Then when I do the first one, I go back and make sure this one's kind of even. Pin it. Go back and do another one. So this is the last one. Now what I'm going to do when I sew it is you want to follow, so here it is, this is what it looks like. Here's the top of the mask. You're going to want to sew on each side. Try to follow that line that you've already sewed as much as possible. But what I do is, this is going to get a lot of stress on these pleats. So I usually try to backtrack, back up, go forward then back up on each pleat. And I'm going to do that to both sides. And we're almost there. Okay, and here it is. We've done the pleats. This is the top of the mask, and there it is. So we've got 3 nice pleats, very sturdy. Now we're going to do the ends for the ear things, the ear grips. Okay, first I'm going to iron this. Here it is. Now, this is going to be for the ends. Now, this is different than what I used to do, and I find it much easier than sewing the ends of the elastic on the ends. So you're going to flip this over 2 times. Very carefully. Just right up to the end. It's going to be tricky. I did it just right up to the end of the black part. This is going to be kind of tricky to sew, but you just got to do it and plug away. Just did that side, now we're going to do this side. Okay, so I'm going to put the safety pin in. I'm going to feed it through here. So whatever you use, elastic, or this stuff is awesome because then I know when I make some masks, I have to make them bigger for like T and Joseph, and for me it's a little bit too big, so I need to make different sizes. Here it is. And I'm going to make sure that, because this material, make sure it's even so it's not twisted, I'm going to hand sew it. I tried it on the machine, it was just a little bit too much. So, needle and thread. Everybody knows how to hand sew something. I think even T. Walton might know how to do this. Do you?
I don't know how to sew. I'm so at sewing.
And the filters came just in time. There they are, along with some books for the grandkids. And here they are. Hopefully they'll be good. Here it is. I Googled these, looked at all the reviews. People have actually cut these open, which I'm not going to do, but there's 5 thin layers in here. One of them is charcoal layer. I mean, these masks would be good for just almost anything. Let's hope it works on the virus. With this and maybe another mask underneath that, you'd be probably 100%.
What's all the barking going on when we're trying to make masks? This is important stuff, Daisy. You can't be barking when we're making masks.
It's done. We got these in. Now this mask is going to be for me, so I know I need to make it smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and move these thingamajigs up. And then I'm going to put the nose guard in. And here's my pocket. big pocket. Doesn't matter which is which. Put this in. Make sure it's in there good. Okie doke, here it is. I'm going to try it on. I'm going to bend the nose wire down. Mine probably need a little adjusted. And I think these on the side will smooth down a little tighter. Plus I need to make it a little tighter. And that'll help. Now these are real nice because they're not really elastic, they're some kind of stretchable material, but I can breathe quite well. There it is, voila. We love dogs, we love our puppy, and that's why this one's mine. And thanks for watching. Good luck.